Hello guys, and welcome to this video with me, Coach Reese. How are you all doing? So in today's video, we're going to take a look at attacking principles. As always, I'll leave the timestamps and chapters below, so let's get started. So when we're thinking about principles, whether that be attacking principles or defending principles, we're thinking about the fundamental elements that underpin everything that's associated with either of those two. So the 5 attacking principles are create space, movement, penetration, support, and creativity. We're going to take a look at each one of these in a little bit of detail. So when we're thinking about creating space, we can firstly create space as an individual, as a unit, and as the wider team. We can create space with the ball, so it might be a player dribbling or just travelling with the ball. And we can create space without the ball, so it might be a player making a run which engages a defender, which opens up some free space elsewhere. The next one is movement, and we can think about movement incredibly simply, and we can make vertical movements, we can make horizontal movements, and we can make diagonal movements. We can think of movement as how we move dynamically to create space, to make passing options, to disrupt opposition defenses. Movement plays a fundamental role in everything that we see when we associate with attacking play. The next one is penetration. And when we're thinking about penetration, we're thinking about vertical progression. So we're thinking about how we might break lines within an opposition's defensive block. We could go through it, we can go round it, or we can go over it. We could travel through a line, so we might see a player dribble past a line of pressure. We could play a pass through it, or we can bypass multiple lines, and that tends to be when we start to go over the block. The next principle is support. So with this, we're thinking about how we support the ball. So it's the positions that players who are not currently on the ball take up to provide passing options and just generally support the ball. So those players might think about their distance to the ball. Too far and the pass becomes too difficult to complete. Too short and it could be easily pressed. We need to try and see those players be on an angle so we can avoid square passes. Thinking a little bit bigger now, we can think about the shape that we create around the ball. So the most productive ones are the diamond or the triangle. The way I teach it to players is we need one behind the ball, which gives us our safe pass. We'll have 2 to the side, and we'll have 1 that takes us behind the current line of pressure. And that creates our diamond. And the final one is creativity, and this is about players using their imagination to solve problems that they might face on the football pitch. Creativity can be pretty much anything. It can be a pass, it can be a shot, it can be a dribble, it can be a turn. I like to think of them as your edge of the seat moments, those moments where you're watching a game and you're thinking, oh wow, how did they do that? And that's what you can think about with creativity. So there are attacking principles, and everything that we see in football that's associated with attacking is built from these principles. So positional play, or something as simple as just a switch of play, all comes from within these principles. I hope you found the video useful. If you would like to support me in the channel, I have a Ko-fi page that I will leave the link to in the description. As always, thanks for watching. I've been Coach Reese, and I will see you in the next one.